I'm here at SACNAS primarily to share my research with people hopefully who are also interested in that. So there's something about, like, maybe if it's, maybe you get like 4 or 5 engaged people who walk by your poster and you actually really have a good conversation. But I was talking to the guy who was presenting the poster right next to me, like in most of the empty time, and it was fascinating. And so we exchanged contact information, and he's also a UC Lead scholar, which is also really nice. And I have 1 summer left on the scholarship, and so this guy's from UCLA. He was talking about strength of materials. I was very interested. We kind of shared stories, and so now I'm looking at UCLA for spending my 2nd summer. So that's also very useful, like interacting with people, not necessarily who are directly in line, well, that's nice, but also people who are radically different and sharing ideas. So programs like UC Leads and SACNAS literally do address a disparity, which I can speak for some scholarships, not all, or some mission statements, which is to give students an opportunity to do something that they would otherwise not be able to do for themselves. And it's big, and sometimes it's subtle, but it's also it's a confidence building, it's a leadership building experience. So, having I can talk about mentors all day, because it's very, it's awful when people ask you, where are you today? And you're like, you talk about I. And most of the time it's not that way. Like, if you deconstruct these stories, there are lots of people who went into this. And that's, I think, when I tell the story, if I end up somewhere cool, like SACNAS is going to be a big part of that story. UC Leads is going to be a big part of that story. Mentors are going to be a big part of that story. And people whom you forget. It all goes into that. So when SACNAS hosts a conference like this, well, sometimes it's a free trip to California for some students, and sometimes it's, maybe a CV builder. But it's also like gaining confidence, where when you walk by this booth, that you're like, I may want to be able to apply to this place one day, and it's very powerful, because I would never otherwise drive to these places and talk to these people without these programs existing. It just wouldn't happen.